Alright, so the workout I'm going to do today is going to be a full body kettlebell workout. It's going to start with 20 kettlebell swings, and it's going to be, the weight is going to be 53 and 35. Alright, so 53 if you're a guy, 35 if you're a lady. And then it's going to move into 16 kettlebell thrusters, 20 kettlebell deadlifts, and then 16 kettlebell push press. Alright, weight stays the same throughout. On the thrusters and the push press, it's going to be 8 on one arm and then 8 on the opposite arm. Alright, and then we're going to do this for 3 rounds. So probably looking around 12 minutes, 12 to 15 or so minutes, maybe a little bit longer depending on who you are, but that's probably the time frame that you're looking to get. If you need to modify this a little bit, what you should do is reduce the reps in half. So you'll do 20 kettlebell swings, 8 kettlebell thrusters, so I mean 4 and 4, alright? And then 10 kettlebell deadlifts and 8 kettlebell push press. You can also reduce the weight a little bit, alright? If this is too much, reduce it down to what feels more comfortable, something that you can do without stopping. So if you were to pick up the kettlebell and do 20 kettlebell swings, choose a weight that allows you to do all 20 without setting the kettlebell down, basically, alright? So that would be how you would choose the weight for this workout, but let's get into it. Alright, so make sure you warm up properly for this workout. Just get your muscles kind of warmed up and loose. So I'm going to start with a light weight just to kind of get myself moving a little bit. I'm going to do some kettlebell swings, some deadlifts. So I'm going to basically do some of the movements in the workout. I'm going to hit some air squats, things like that. That way I'm not just going into it completely cold or anything like that. So I'm going to warm up, use a lighter weight, do some of the reps as some of the movements, and then start working your way up to the recommended weight or whatever weight you're going to use for this workout. Alright, so don't go into it just completely cold. Do some warm-ups, get some stretches in right after you do that. That way your muscles are kind of loose and you don't just pull something while you're performing this workout. Alright, so that was one round right there. Just to kind of give you a quick view of the round. So what we're kind of looking for, or what I'm kind of looking for on it. Just to give you a couple quick tips on movements. Alright, this way you perform these exercises a little bit better is for the kettlebell swings. Basically what you think about is pushing your hips back. So if you were to shut your car door, you hinge at your hips and you're pushing your hips back. So if I'm standing up, I want to hinge over. Alright, I want to really feel my hamstrings. I want my shins to be vertical. Alright, a kettlebell swing is not a squat. Alright, I'm not squatting and throwing it up. So whenever you do it, you're hinging and then you're going to lock everything out. So you're going to squeeze everything together as you come up, and it's just hinging at the waist, popping, and then going up with the kettlebell. So these are going to be Russian kettlebell swings, so we're just going to go to eye level and then come back down. So you're letting that kettlebell push your hips back and then explode up. Alright, so that's just one quick thing on the kettlebell swing. On the kettlebell thruster, basically it's just you're having one kettlebell right here. Alright, it's going to be underneath your chin. I want to make sure whenever I squat down, My feet are outside my hips. I'm pushing my knees out all the way down. I want to keep my chest up as much as possible, so I don't want to lean forward as I squat down. I want to keep it up, and then whenever I explode up, I'm exploding and then pushing at the same time. All right, so once my hips open up, then I start to push. Now I want to be completely locked out overhead. So that come down, get your hips below parallel, explode up, boom, and then push. All right, that's kind of how the kettlebell thruster is going to go. It's going to be 8 on one arm, 8 on the opposite. Kettlebell deadlift, you don't have to go down all the way to the ground on the deadlift, all right? It's the same thing, you're hinging at the waist. For this, I'm actually keeping my legs straight, all right? So I run my feet a little bit farther apart, and all I'm going to do is just hinge at the waist, keep my legs straight, and I'm just going to go down just above the ground, all right? So I'm not going to go down all the way to the ground. If you have the flexibility to do it, awesome. If you don't, it doesn't matter, all right? We're just trying to get down pretty low and then come back up, all right? Just really want to feel my hamstrings whenever I do this, and also my glutes. And then the last movement, kettlebell push press, all right? Same thing like the thruster. I'm going to keep my kettlebell here underneath my chin, and then all I'm doing is I'm going to keep my chest up, I'm going to dip, and then I'm going to drive and press, all right? So it's almost the exact same thing as the thruster, but without the squat. So I'm going to dip, drive, and press. All right, at the same time. So once I explode up, it's just a small little dip. So it's a small bend in the knees. All right, I'm just going to bend and then drive. All right, and I'm going to press, lock it out overhead, come back down, and it's going to be again 8 on one arm, 8 on the opposite. If you need to intense this workout a little bit more, I would say to add 1 more round. All right, so 3 rounds is just, you kind of feel good, but you want to do a little bit more. Add 1 more round to this. All right, and that'll really get you going.